So, welcome to Xenosaga. Episode 1. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the subtitle. So, I've never played this series before. I have played a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles, and I have played Xenogears before, so I kind of know what to expect in terms of the tone and the iconography and the themes and all that. I know what I'm getting into in that regard. But as to this specifically, I have no idea what to expect. It's been on my list for a while, and now just decided, screw it, let's do it. Let's jump right in. (20XX AD), Lake Turkana, Kenya. This was not what I expected. All I know of this game is it's very sci-fi. So, starting in modern day Kenya is a bit of a surprise. Some kind of archaeological dig. What are they looking for, I wonder?
Concentrate on the northern cliff tomorrow. The ground there is hard, so be careful when you dig.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Masuda!
What is it? Did you find something?
Yeah, we followed the corridor from the lakeside. It matches the location described in the
That
research
must be
paper.
it. Good. Show us where it is.
Nice are the subtitles. Some PS2 cutscenes don't have subtitles on.
I knew it!
It's over there.
I recognise that shape from Xenoblade Chronicles.
This must be...
In that universe, that shape is quite important. So I'm guessing it's also quite important here as well. Maybe fulfilling a similar role. And just in case it is, and that may be a spoiler, I won't talk about it just yet. Shiny. Waking up something from the depths of the ocean? Is this intended? Is this what they were trying to do? It seems like they weren't expecting it, at least. Run away! Yeah, so far this does seem pretty important. Whatever it is. Glowing red, that's never a good sign. What is it? A bigger version of that symbol. Yeah, definitely seems important. Yeah.
That light.
What's it doing, though? Oh, it makes rain. Cool. 4,000 years later. Okay. I mean, that is more the timeline I was expecting. Yes. We're just leaving that archaeological dig there, are we? Okay. Presumably we'll be going back to that at some point. Booting up primary connection system. Connection target KOS-MOS. This looks very Star Ocean 3 and I like it. Just the overall art style of the character models just reminds me of that, which is good because I really like Star Ocean 3 as well. Heart rate, thermography, blood pressure, MRI, EEG, and psychoanalysis. That's another one of those symbols again, this time floating in space. And we're on a spaceship, it looks like. KOS-MOS, development codename KPX.
Commencing startup experiment. Open up an interconnection.
Roger. Opening interconnection. Connecting with dummy protocol.
A-line protocol zone secured.
Opening cage partition. 60 seconds to release. Beginning countdown. 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51.
And what is that? And what are they doing? They went inside the thing?
Monitors clear.
3, 2, 1. Partition open. Proceeding with KOS-MOS body formation.
Body formation complete. Commencing Penfield mapping.
Proceeding with Encephalon construction.
Mapping percentage at 76, 77, 78.
Encephalon construction complete.
There's noise appearing in the temporal lobe.
What's the problem?
It's on the left side of the temporal lobe. I'm showing slight stimulation of the synapses in section 818. It's within permissible bounds, though. Do you want to abort?
No. Let's keep going. Just stick to the menu. I'll try for a direct approach. Back me up.
Roger. Launching Nataraja connection system.
And they're leaving. Shionozuki. Password, ye shall be as gods.
Commencing Nataraja boot up sequence.
That's a wild password. Password security in the future would be like, must be a complete sentence and contain old-timey English.
Alan, there seems to be a problem with the visual field connection.
Ah, I see a small break in the MT field, route K12. It looks like the bi-directional link in the V4 field is lagged too. Hold on a minute. I'll fix it now. How is it now, Chief?
Okay. Looks good. Let's keep going.
Roger. Proceeding with KOS-MOS host separation.
Morning, KOS-MOS. How do you feel?
Good morning, Xian. All systems are normal.
Well, how about introducing yourself?
I am an anti-Gnosis humanoid fighting system, serial number 0000000001. Development name KPX, abbreviated name KOS-MOS. As I am currently configured for simulated battle, my output is limited to 22% of its normal capacity. My estimated weapons specifications are...
All right, that's good enough. Thanks.
You are welcome.
All I have for you today are the usual startup tests. Sorry to wake you up just for that. You'll have to go back to sleep once everything's checked out.
I see.
Do you feel sad or anything?
A predetermined set of emotions has been hard-coded into my emotion module to better facilitate interactions with humans. In order to better facilitate a relationship with you, Chief Engineer Shion Uzuki of the KOS-MOS Project, Vector Industries' first R&D division, I will emit an expression such as sadness only when that response is deemed necessary. However, the emotion module of my program has determined that this is not necessary at this time.
I guess you're right. I, of all people, should know that.
Your understanding is appreciated.
But you know, KOS-MOS, I've got mixed feelings about all this. Of course, I'm happy that you're awake, but the fact that you'll go back to sleep makes me a bit sad. On the other hand, the next time you wake up, it may be a time of much bloodshed. So deep down inside, I hope that day never comes. Understand?
The algorithms I have been programmed with do not support the comprehension of illogical human thought.
Well, I hope you'll be able to understand someday.
I will do my best.
All right, KOS-MOS, shall we get started? Alan, let's pick up from process 277 where we last left off.
Roger. Placing target drones in the encephalon. The drones are set to random movement and enemy ambush. How about a test run before the mission, Chief?
Sure, let's do that. Did you get that, KOS-MOS?
Affirmative.
So all of that was for a VR training simulator. Man, VR gets real complicated in the future. Virtual tutorial. During quest, you'll trigger a battle when you come into contact with an enemy. Here, you'll need to talk to KOS-MOS, select the menu, then approach the soldier to start the battle. I'm going to skip the tutorial because I have done that before. Yesterday, I did a quick test run of just the first, half hour, just to make sure everything works and to get a feel for it. And I went through the tutorial then, so I'm just going to skip right to the end of the tutorial here, just to get things moving. Because I understand the combat system. It's quite good. I enjoy it.
good idea?
What is her weapon, though? Wild. Enemies will attack, yada yada, because in the tutorials they don't attack you. Defeat the enemy on the right first. It says on the right, it actually means on the left for us, but on the character's right. You can attack everyone at once. Yeah, it's a grenadier. Enemy in the middle has high HP, use tech attacks. Biomechanosis. We haven't been introduced to Gnosis yet. And in my test run yesterday, I never encountered any Gnosis either, so I'm assuming that's just a later on thing. Anyway, yeah, as suggested, let's go to this guy first. Okay, let's just do one blast on you and then cancel out to build up our AP. The each attack uses 2 AP, be gain 4 AP per turn. So if you want to build up AP, you just want to attack once and then end. And then you go to 6 AP the next turn. Then you can use their special moves and other combinations. Let's use our FGS shot, which he just summons a Gatling gun. Just taking a hint out of Maya Schrodinger's book there.
My external appearance is down 5%.
Yeah, that's the battle system. It's quite good. I like it.
All processes to 300 cleared.
Chief, the data transfer is going smoothly. The A-line protocol is looking good.
It sure is. The response levels are really good.
If we can maintain these levels, we'll have some great results soon.
Yeah.
Chief?
Hey, Alan. Let's skip all 300 level processes and start from 400.
Huh? 400? Chief, but that's...
I feel pretty confident this time.
But, Chief... Remember what happened last time? Had we waited 10 more seconds to intervene, we wouldn't have been able to get you back at all. Can't we at least test it out in objective mode?
You know we can't get precise data that way. I'll be fine. If something happens, I'll get myself out. Besides, you want to test it out as well, don't you? We spent all night building the native A-line protocol.
Well, yeah, but...
That settles it. Let's get started.
Alright then. But if anything happens, I'm gonna shut it down from here. So don't press your luck.
All right, all right.
And don't deviate from the program.
Okay, Mom.
Jeez, this is so typical of her. Will she ever stop to think about the hell I go through for her?
You know, sir, the way you worry about Chief Uzuki all the time. I'm surprised you haven't keeled over already.
Hey, that's enough. Is the 400 level program ready to go?
We're ready to go anytime.
Then start up the program. I want detailed reports from every monitoring station. Any abnormalities, and I'm shutting down immediately.
Even the voice acting reminds me of Star Ocean 3. I think the voice actor for Shion and the one for that guy that was just there in that last scene, I feel like both of them were in Star Ocean 3 as well, because I recognise their voices. And you know, it's a good connection to have, because again, I love Star Ocean 3. Okay, I'll explain a bit about this place. It's an imaginary construct within the network. It's modelled off some ruins from the early 2000 AD. Yeah, looks pretty accurate. Your mission is to find the main target within the dilapidated building. The target is marked with the red vector box. There are objects in here that can be detonated. Some are effective if you set them off near an enemy. Use them to your advantage. Now let's start the mission. I understand. Let's start the mission. So yeah, we can run around, and things in the world will be examinable, or like targetable, per square. Blow them up! Oh, that's so much fun. I love that. There's a secret there. So all this part I did yesterday. just as a test run, so I know this area. Let's get into our first real fight.
Target locked on. Commencing combat mode.
You look like the Grenadier again. I should be able to take you out. Ouch. Let's do Spell Ray. She's got that interesting action selection thing, where each action is mapped to a button, and then by mixing up the buttons by using up more AP, you can do different combos, which I think is quite cool. See, if I do Blaster, Blaster, and Circle, I get R Cannon. Also, side note, KOS-MOS. I do know of her because she was also in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as an optional blade there, an optional character you can recruit. So I am aware of KOS-MOS. Yeah, that flashing there means you can't get into an encounter, which again, I believe that's also a system in Star Ocean 3. Sideways, go off there. Target that. Begin the tutorial. There's 2 or more objects. You can use L1 and R1 to choose and shoot. Select the red barrel. You can stun the enemy, presumably giving you some advantage in battle. I'm not sure yet. You look like the Grenadier. These fights are easier, so we don't need to worry about saving up FP or AP. There's a lot of different points in this one. You've got HP, which is your health, EP, which is your magic, AP is your action points, and then there's the boost thing. Then on here, we're gaining T points, E points, and S points, which are all level up mechanics. So yeah, this is a very complex. Very complex one. I like it so far. Now the treasure here. Get Medkit S. The one thing that's tricky about this is, for some reason, it's using the Japanese input, where confirm is on the circle button instead of the X button. It just throws me off a little bit. Sometimes I keep forgetting that. You look like a Grenadier. I think the drone F is the Grenadier. Let's just blast you. Also, with the actions you can see here, square is, the way they described it is square is physical attacks and triangle is tech attacks or ether attacks. I forget the distinction. Like the other tutorial said, use the tech attacks on these guys, which is a triangle button, and they do more damage to these things. Pretty simple. I like that. Level up! So we get level ups and we get all those different points. And in the menu, we can spend those points in these different menus. So you can use the ether points here to learn stuff. We'll spend the T points, the tech points here. And I think the S points here maybe? To extract stuff from accessories, but we don't have enough points or anything to do anything with any of that yet. So don't worry about it. Let's Get rid of you. Usually whenever I'm playing a game like this for the first time, I do like to fight as many random encounters as possible. At least at first. Though by the end I do tend to skip a lot more encounters. Let's try out our blade and show that off. The animations for these attacks are really nice. I really like that.
The enemies have been exterminated.
Get a bunch of medkits. Definitely not complaining about. Ooh, this should be the room. To insert the mission key into the card slot. Looks like I need a mission key to open this door. Okay. Warning. And to heal, you can go to the menu, go to Ether, I believe. Go to U, go to Use. It takes a few button presses. But you have the Medica Ether. It seems like it's basically just a simple heal. It won't open from this side. But there's a key, there's a glowy item there. How do I get to you? Can I move this? No. I wonder if maybe we can blow the door open or blow open this so we can get into that red door down there. I don't know. What I do know though is go down here. So basically yesterday I played up to the first save point, which is just a little bit after this. So I know this area. But once we get to the first save point, I am back to being completely blind. I have no idea what to expect after that. And speaking of, here it is. Well, we got ourselves a boss fight. AGWS. In this battle, it's possible to pilot an AGWS by selecting AGWS in the sub-menu. First, select the AGWS. Also, to get to this menu, you press X on the main menu. And scroll down to that, okay. Select a position to summon it in, because this battle system does have positional stuff. I never got into that in the brief little bit I played, but apparently you can move around. And the character's turn ends. But now we have a giant robot on our side. Because one thing you can guarantee from this studio is giant robot battles. And I love it. They look a little bit more like Gundams in this one though. Controlling the AGWS. Attacks with square and triangle like usual. Consumed AP will vary. Yeah, it's not just using 2 for each one like other characters. Submenu will change slightly. W Act is available. And both weapons are equipped when the same weapons are equipped to both arms, which I think is not the case for us. We have a sword in one and a gun on the other. Items cannot be used. We can move. We can exit the AGWS. And we can guard. You will not be able to recover during the battle if the AGWS HP reaches 0. I don't know what that means. I guess that means that if Shion's mech dies, then she dies too, and then we can't bring her back. That's what I think that means, but I don't know yet. We'll figure it out later, I guess. Well, let's try the triangle one, which is the gun. Okay. Yeah, a lot of damage. Ouch. Let's just blast her. And that's it.
The enemies have been exterminated.
More medkit.
Status check.
I don't see anything unusual. All systems are stable. It's looking good. This ought to make up for last month.
I sure hope so.
KOS-MOS has reached the checkpoint. Entering process 431.
Replacing targets with Type G drones. Commencing display.
Chief, I've changed the settings on the target drones. The next target is keyed to sound, so it will only respond if you make noise. You can move quietly if you hold down the R2 button while moving. Also, thing behind you is a save point. I just love that you can destroy stuff. But yes, this is where I got up to in my test run yesterday, so